Hi there everyone, this is Dan Dix here reporting for Press for Truth, and today I wanted to shoot a quick follow-up video in regards to the video I released yesterday called ISIS Warns of a Canadian Attack Soon to Come, because there have been some developments which have solidified everything I've been saying. Now recently, French President Francois Hollande has stated that the French military are going to lead a pitiless war against those who are responsible for the Paris attacks, the Islamic State as he puts it. And indeed, the French military have been doing just that. They've deployed 10 fighter jets, dropping 20 bombs. Some reports have stated potentially more than 20 bombs have been dropped in Syria as a direct result of these attacks. Now, the important thing to point out today is the fact that the French president has the ability to invoke what's called Article 5 of NATO's National Defense Treaty, or the Washington Treaty. And what that means, and I'll read to you directly from NATO's website, which states, Collective Defense, Article 5. The principle of collective defense is at the very heart of NATO's founding treaty. It remains a unique and enduring principle that binds its members together, committing them to protect each other and setting a spirit of solidarity within the alliance. Collective defense means that an attack against one ally is considered as an attack against all allies. So, what is this going to mean for the people of France, the people of Canada, the people of the world, all the NATO nations that are aligned to join one another when Article 5 is invoked? Well, ladies and gentlemen, today I'm going to predict that if the French president does invoke Article 5 of NATO's Defense Treaty, then Justin Trudeau will say, yes, we said that we were going to remove CF-18 fighter jets from Syria. Yes, we said that we were going to disengage from the fight against ISIS. But the international community has spoken. This one is out of my hands. And therefore, the Canadian military will be engaging in the fight against ISIS in Syria. And ladies and gentlemen, if this does indeed happen, this could spell the end of Canadians' freedoms, and it could spark the beginning of World War III. I mean, if the French president invokes Article 5, it's essentially calling on for all-out war. And this, in fact, is not just me saying this. Many people have been suggesting this, including Israel's defense minister, who recently stated this. When asked if it was an exaggeration to label the carnage in Paris as a manifestation of World War III, the Israeli defense minister replied, "We're already there for a while now. There are those that bury their heads in the sand and try to define it as a social problem, or try to define it as something else. What we have is jihadist Islam that is calling to destroy Western culture." Well, what we actually have are a number of proxy groups who have been funded and armed and trained by Western bankers and Western elites to destabilize the Middle East and to carry out carnage here in the West in order to gain more control and more of a centralization of power. So, ladies and gentlemen, please pay attention to the words of the French president in the next 24 hours. And mark my words, if he does in fact invoke Article 5, which he very well may do. This hasn't been done since 9/11, and immediately following after 9/11, when Article 5 was invoked, all the nation states of NATO were aligned and they all engaged in the mission in Afghanistan. So it is a very real possibility that this could indeed happen again. And as I stated, ladies and gentlemen, mark my words, if the French president does invoke Article 5 sometime in the next 24 hours, you can mark my words, Justin Trudeau will throw his hands in the air. He will say the international community has made their call, and we are now going to engage in the fight against ISIS. Stay tuned, folks, as we have more coverage as this continues to develop. We'll have more videos coming out very soon at pressfortruth.ca.